Deborah Lynn Katz, and I am the founder and director of the International School of Clairvoyance. I have been teaching for approximately 25 years, and the International School of Clairvoyance was founded in approximately 2005. We were one of the first schools to be offering training at a distance. And at that time, it was rather unique. I used to have to answer a lot of questions about how can people possibly learn at a distance instead of being together in a in-person classroom. And now, of course, it's become the norm. A lot of people would like to know, what is the difference between my class offerings, because they're not sure where to get started. So that's really what I would like to share right now. So I have the Clairvoyant program, which is the Clairvoyant Program Level 1 class, and then there's Level 2, Level 3, the Mediumship class, and then the Remote Viewing class. And so I'll start off talking about the Clairvoyant Level 1 class. Now this is a very good place if you have any interest in being able to use your intuitive abilities to tune into other people, to help get information about other people, whether to help them in their lives and help them have insights into themselves, and also help to heal and transform them. So this is a great class if you have, if you're already a counselor or therapist, or really have an interest in helping people. You don't have to have had other education in counseling or anything like that, but it definitely can help. If you have any interest in coaching people, you could look at this class as intuitive coaching, but you're not using your logic, or you're trying not to use your logic. Instead, you're really trying to use your intuitive abilities. Now, people sometimes ask, why is this called a clairvoyant program? Because many people feel they're not so visual, but they're more clairsentient. They're empaths. They feel other people's emotions and sensations and are very much impacted by other people. And then other people also hear messages from spirit or spirits. And so they say, am I going to really be able to do this? And I always say, yes. The whole point of this class and why it is called a clairvoyant class is because we're going to start from where you're at, but bring you to a place where you do start to have visuals, where you can see information in the form of information and pictures. And you can do this even if you have never in your life felt like you had a spontaneous or any kind of image that just appeared to you. Even if you've never had that experience, I guarantee you that by the end of this class, not even by the end of the 12 weeks, but within a few weeks, you're going to start to see that yes, you do have the ability to work with visualization. Visualization and clairvoyance are very similar. The difference is with visualization, you're telling yourself what to picture. And with clairvoyance, information outside of your awareness is coming in and is interacting with those visuals that you're initially having. And then they insert themselves, so you're already focused visual, and that sets you up so you can have more and more visuals come. Now, even if you don't think you're good at visualizing, you don't really have to be. You may even not even be aware that you are sometimes visualizing when you are. So part of the class is helping to see how you already can do some of this, but you may be thinking of it in a very different way, like in a more concrete way. And when it comes to our intuitive abilities, they're very subtle. And so learning how to quiet your mind and separate out the signal from the noise, separate out your own conscious thinking with the intuitive inputs coming in, that's what this class is about. But on top of that, or in spite of that, the class is also about self-healing. It's about a personal journey into yourself, into the way that your mind works, and into your own energy field. So even if you take this class and you decide, you know what, I don't really want to have to work with other people, you will find at the end of the 12 weeks that you are in a very different place than you were when you started the class. That everything we do is designed to help you release stress, to release emotions, or at least manage your emotions in a more productive way, to help identify what is your own energy, what are your own emotions and your own desires and your own interests versus everybody else's. And for someone who is already naturally psychically open, which probably if you are even watching this and have an interest in these topics, you are at least somewhat psychically open. And so just being able to tell the difference between what is your own energy and your thoughts and intentions and everyone else's. A lot of times people don't realize that we tend to have these things where we're absorbing everyone else's ideas and desires, and we're just projecting those out. So the class will definitely help you learn how to sort those out and cope better in any situation. And regardless of how psychic you end up being or realizing that you are at the end of class, knowing that you always have a way to get unstressed and cope better, to me, that there's nothing as valuable as that. So that is what this class is about. There'll be a lot of meditations. There will be times where we get together and we do group exercises. There'll be one-on-one practice with other students within the class. Sometimes students will practice as a whole class will do a reading together starting off, and then we'll break into smaller and smaller groups until students can meet with each other one-on-one during class. So the first few weeks of the 12-week class are more heavily focused on lecture and intensive meditation work. And even if you don't think you can meditate, you'll see with these types of very active and dynamic meditations, you'll have a different experience than you may have had with meditation in the past. Or if you're an avid meditator, that's even better. But you'll still find that you're going to have lots of different meditations and types of meditations than you ever have before. And so we'll really work on that in the first several weeks. And then about halfway through, we're really going to get into the reading techniques. And we'll also, one thing that's really fun is getting into questions that if you were to go on and practice reading other people, and maybe even professionally, because this class really is designed to help bring you to a professional level as quickly as possible, if that turns out to be something you're interested in. And again, you don't have to have that as your goal to take the class, but I do have even sometimes professional psychics taking the class because they just want to hone their clairvoyance more, and they want to learn how they can answer different questions and work out different issues that will invariably come up for anyone who's doing any kind of psychic work, whether you're a tarot card reader or you are a medium or whatever you're doing. Oftentimes there are some issues that arise both personally and challenges you deal with meeting with clients, and that's something that we can also help you work through during this class. So by the end of the class, you're going to know how to do relationship readings. You're going to know how to do readings on someone's goals, on their mock-ups, on the things that they want to manifest for themselves. You're going to know how to also tune into other spirits. So we don't get heavily into mediumship, but the thing is, you can't help but possibly tune into a spirit when you're reading someone, because people have spirits around them, just like they have energies from living people. So even if you go to look at someone's aura, which is what we'll be doing in class, we'll be looking at auras and chakras and looking at other symbols for a person. And when you do that, you see what happens to be around them, and you see these things in spite of your beliefs. So you don't have to believe in spirits, but if there's one around, you may actually tune into it and receive communication from that. And that's just a little bit about our clairvoyant program. To learn about our other programs, please visit us at www.yourpsychic.com. Hope to see you in class.